part 4. Anyways, let's continue about Volkswagen. In 2017, Volkswagen announced plans to place a considerable focus on electric vehicles, EV, with a goal to, by 2025, launch at least 30 EV models and have 20 to 25% of their total yearly sales volume. 2 to 3 million consist of as.
In September, Volkswagen CEO Matthias Müller stated that the company aimed to have electric versions of all of its vehicle models by 2030 at a cost of €20 billion and €50 billion on acquisition of batteries.
Volkswagen returned to motorsport in 2018 by unveiling its all-electric IDR at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. Romain Dumas set an all-time course record of just under 8 minutes driving the IDR. In September 2018, Volkswagen announced that it would discontinue production of the Beetle A5 in 2019.
Also in September 2018, Volkswagen announced its $100 million investment in Silicon Valley-based solid-state battery startup QuantumScape, becoming the startup's largest automotive investor and gaining representation on its board.
In February 2019, Volkswagen announced that it would launch an entry-level Jetta sub-brand in China, aimed at young buyers.
It will have 3 models, a sedan and 2 SUVs, all 3 of which will be manufactured in China as a part of Volkswagen's joint venture with FAW.
In September 2019 at the Frankfurt Motor Show, Volkswagen officially unveiled a refreshed logo, a thinner, 2-dimensional version of the previous logo, and new sonic branding, which will accompany the newly launched ID.3 electric vehicle.
Volkswagen stated that the ID.3 signified the start of a new era of the company.
In September 2019, Volkswagen also announced a program to allow all Beetle models to be converted to run on electric power.
The electric motor and battery updates will be done in partnership with German company E-Classics.
The electric components used for retrofitting will be based upon those found in the model. Volkswagen is the founding and namesake member of the Volkswagen Group, a large international corporation in charge of multiple car and truck brands, including Audi, SEAT, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bentley, Bugatti, Stadia, MAN, and Skoda.
Volkswagen Group's global headquarters are located in Volkswagen's historic home of Wolfsburg, Germany.
Volkswagen Group, as a unit, is Europe's largest automaker, with over 74,000 employees and over 7,700 dealerships.
For a long time, Volkswagen has had a market share over 20%.
In 2010, Volkswagen posted record sales of 6.29 million vehicles, with its global market share at 11.4%.
In 2008, Volkswagen became the 3rd largest automaker in the world, and as of 2016, Volkswagen was the 2nd largest manufacturer worldwide.
With strong headwinds reported in 2018, predominantly from trade tariffs and new emission standards, Volkswagen Group has limped to the 2018 finish line and astonishingly ended the year with record deliveries of 10.8 vehicles.
Volkswagen Group's core markets include Germany and China.
In July 2019, Volkswagen invested $2.6 billion in Argo AI, a startup focused on developing self-driving vehicles. Volkswagen has factories in many parts of the world, manufacturing or assembling vehicles for local markets.
In addition to plants in Germany, Volkswagen has manufacturing or assembly facilities in Mexico, the United States, Slovakia, China, India, Indonesia, Russia, Malaysia, Brazil, Argentina, Portugal, Spain, Poland, the Czech Republic, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kenya and South Africa.
In 2011, Volkswagen was named in the top 25 largest companies in the world by the Forbes Global 2000. Volkswagen is setting up a new factory in West Java, Indonesia, which started construction in mid-2013.
The investment into the new plant, which will produce large transporters and multi-vans, is valued at $140.
As of May 2014, Volkswagen is planning to start assembling certain engines in India to increase localization from 70% to 90%. In January 2016, Volkswagen announced launching a new factory in Algeria during a summit between Angela Merkel and Algerian Prime Minister Abdelmalek Sall.
This new factory was launched in Relizon, producing Volkswagen Golf 7, Volkswagen Polo, Volkswagen Caddy, Sedan Visa and Skoda Octavia cars.
Volkswagen agreed in December 2011 to implement a rule passed by the company's Works Council aimed at improving work-life balance and avoiding burnout by restricting company email functionality on the firm's BlackBerry smartphones to working periods and the half hour before and after working periods.
About 1,150 of Volkswagen's more than 190,000 employees in Germany were affected by the email restriction.
Volkswagen has always had a close relationship with Porsche, the Zuffenhausen-based sports car manufacturer founded in 1931 by Ferdinand Porsche, the original Volkswagen designer and Volkswagen company co-founder, hired by Adolf Hitler for the project.
The first Porsche car, the Porsche 64 of 1938, used many components from the Volkswagen Beetle.
The 1948 Porsche 356 continued using many Volkswagen components, including a tuned engine, gearbox and suspension. The two companies continued their collaboration in 1969 to make the VW Porsche 914 and Porsche 914-6.
The 914-6 had a six-cylinder Porsche engine, and the standard 914 had a Volkswagen engine.
Volkswagen and Porsche would collaborate again in 1976 on the Porsche 912e, the USA only, and the Porsche 924, which used many Audi components and was built at Audi's Neckarsulm facilities.
The 924 was originally designated for AUDI.
Most Porsche 944 models were built there, although they used far fewer VW components. The Porsche Cayenne, introduced in 2002, shares its entire chassis with a Volkswagen Touareg and Audi Q7 and is built at the same Volkswagen factory in Bratislava that the other SUVs are built. In September 2005, Porsche announced it would increase its 5% stake in Volkswagen to 20% at a cost of $3 billion, with the intention that the combined stakes of Porsche and the government of Lower Saxony would ensure that any hostile takeover by foreign investors would be impossible.
Speculated suitors included Daimler Chrysler, BMW, and Renault.
In July 2006, Porsche increased their ownership again to 25.1%. On 4 March 2005, the European Commission brought an action against the Federal Republic of Germany before the European Court of Justice, claiming that the Volkswagen law, which prevents any shareholder in Volkswagen from executing more than 20% of the total voting rights in the firm, was illegally restricting the flow of capital in Europe.
On 13 February 2007, Advocate General Damaso Ruiz Charapo Colomer submitted an opinion to the court in support of the action.
This again opened the possibility of a hostile takeover of VW until on 26 March of the same year Porsche took its holding of Volkswagen shares to 30.9%.
Porsche formally announced in a press statement that it did not intend to take over Volkswagen, but intended the move to avoid the competitors taking a large stake and to stop hedge funds from dismantling VW.
As expected, On 22 October 2007, the European Court of Justice ruled in agreement with Rouge Girato and the law was struck down.
In October 2007, the European Court of Justice ruled that the VW law was illegal because it was protectionist.
At that time, Porsche held 31% of VW shares, although a smaller proportion of voting rights, due to the Volkswagen law, and there had been speculation that Porsche would be interested in taking over VW if the law did not stand in its way.
The court also prevented the government from appointing Volkswagen board members.
The German government then rewrote the Volkswagen law, only to be sued again.
In October 2013, the EU Court of Justice in Luxembourg ruled that the rewritten Volkswagen law complied in full with EU rules.
On 26 October 2008, Porsche revealed its plan to assume control of VW.
As of that day, it held 42.6% of Volkswagen's ordinary shares and stock options on another 31.5%.
Combined with the state of Lower Saxony's 20.1% stake, this left only 5.8% of shares on the market, mostly with index funds that could not legally sell.
Hedge funds desperate to cover their short positions forced Volkswagen stock above €1,000 per share, briefly making it the world's largest company by market capitalization on 28 October 2008.
By January 2009, Porsche had a 50.76% holding in Volkswagen AG, although the Volkswagen law prevented it from taking control of the company. On 6 May 2009, the two companies decided to join together in a merger. On 13 August, Volkswagen Aktiengesellschaft Supervisory Board signed the agreement to create an integrated automotive group with Porsche led by Volkswagen.
The initial decision was for Volkswagen to take a 42.0% stake in Porsche AG by the end of 2009, and it would also see the family shareholders selling the automobile trading business of Porsche Holding Salzburg to Volkswagen.
In October 2009, however, Volkswagen announced that its percentage in Porsche would be 49.9% for a cost of $3.9 billion. The 42.0% deal would have cost $3.3 billion.
On 1 March 2011, Volkswagen had finalized the purchase of Porsche Holding Salzburg, PHS, Austria's leading specialty automobile distributor, for $3.3 billion, $4.55 billion.
In January of 2020, Volkswagen was overtaken by Tesla as the second most valuable automaker. Since 1985, Volkswagen has run the Volkswagen Auto Museum in Wolfsburg, a museum dedicated specifically to the history of Volkswagen.
In addition to visiting exhibits in person, owners of vintage Volkswagens anywhere in the world may order what the museum refers to as a birth certificate for a set fee of $50. This formal certificate indicates basic information known at the time of manufacture, colors, options, port of destination, etc.
Manufactured by Shanghai Volkswagen Automotive and FAW Volkswagen Automotive for the Chinese market. The performance Gran Turismo injection models.
It indicates it has a direct fuel injection.
First included in the Golf MK1 GTI from 1975, it has been appearing as performance vehicles from Volkswagen. GTE are plug-in hybrid electric vehicles.
The GTE's engine, electric motor, and transmission are fully shared with the Audi A3 Sportback e-tron.
VW e-models are all electric vehicles. R models are exotic and sport vehicles. We will continue about Volkswagen in part 5, so stay tuned.